10 ways to improve your video footage. Make your videos more watchable by knowing a few techniques and best practices. By Christopher Boswell. It's the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. Albert Einstein. No introduction needed here. Let's jump in. Number 1. Turn on the gyro stabilizer. Most modern phones, digital cameras, and some lenses have stabilizing servos inside. The devices are nothing short of amazing. Use them to smooth out the movement in your footage. Number 2. Know your shot beginning to end. Let the camera tell your story. If you are panning from left to right, start by looking at where your shot will end in the viewfinder. This will inform you about cropping and framing decisions, plus show you if there's a significant difference in the brightness of the light. Number 3. Add camera movement. GIFs are so popular because they make a little mini video out of a few images. Pay attention when you are watching TV. Use of a static or stationary camera is not really done very often. Add a pan from left to right or down to up. If you're serious, add a slider to your collection of gear so you can slide the camera as you shoot footage. Number 4. Add an external microphone. The first thing I learned when adding video to my regular shooting routine was around audio. The on-camera microphone will usually pick up unwanted sounds of the lens focusing. Moving the microphone off the camera is the only answer. I now own radio recorders that have built-in transmitters and receivers, so I can get audio from a moving subject via a lavalier microphone. Number 5. Keep the sun or lighting source at your back. This rule is to be used a majority of the time, but there are exceptions. Try shooting into the sun, then move around to put the subject in the sun and it behind you to see the difference. The only reason we see an object is because of light. Start noticing where the light is coming from to become a better photographer. Number 6. Add audio tracks like music. Video processing applications like Adobe Premiere of Apple's Final Cut Pro allow us to drop in additional video or audio tracks. It's fairly easy to create commentary or even add music to a piece of footage. Number 7. Don't shoot handheld with a shutter speed slower than 1/60th of a second. 1/60th of a second and faster is a shutter speed needed to keep your footage from looking soft or blurry from movement. One rule for sharp footage calls for your handheld shutter setting to be at least as high as your lens focal length. If we are shooting with a 200mm lens, then the shutter speed should be 1/200th of a second or faster for sharp handheld images. Number 8. Turn on your camera in Grid Map. Most cameras have a function that will lay lines in the viewfinder that help us to compose images that are level and with objects aligned in a pleasing way. Google the rule of thirds. Number 9. Know the basic shot types. In cinematography and photography, panning means swiveling a still or video camera horizontally from a fixed position. A camera tilt is similar to a pan, but instead of turning left or right, it moves up or down. The crane, also called a jib shot, this technique requires moving the actual camera body up or down in space. The zoom. A zoom involves a camera increasing or decreasing the camera's focal length to magnify an image. Number 10. Use a video tripod with fluid head. Putting the camera on a tripod makes the moves mentioned above smooth and easy to carry out. It also frees the photographer up to carry out other duties, including doing selfies. I've been making pictures and videos since I was 13 years old. It has changed my life in amazing ways. Creating and sharing is one of the most noble of activities. What will you create next? Cheers. I hope you found some value in this article. If you did, please follow the links below for more of my recent work. Maybe another will resonate. Christopher. Copyright Christopher Boswell 2019. All rights reserved. When Christopher isn't writing from wherever, he can be found traveling or capturing photographs somewhere in the United States. He may be generating graphic design, building a website, processing images or video, flying his unmanned aerial vehicle, wrangling dogs, or backpacking and kayaking. We invite you to learn more about Christopher at Real Window Creative.